about to be a year of prosperity and wealth. I'm telling you, I feel it. It's coming.
Good. I'm all about that.
You're not gonna be working much longer. Well, working but not working. Okay. We not. Y'all keep looking at me fucking crazy. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen.
I'm not looking at you like you're crazy, man. I'm looking at you like I hope that you're telling the truth.
It's gonna happen.
And nothing but truth.
Man, we're gonna have this hood water pop off. That's funny.
We're filming.
It's 'cause I sent you
just
them
press
dudes.
record. You can't be telling all your great ideas.
Oh, true. You actually recorded?
Recording this whole time. I gotta get you talking early because once it's on, you be acting shy.
He's gonna have to crop that part out.
That's right.
A little editing.
A little bit. What up, beautiful people? Welcome back to Y'all Want to Talk About It. My boy Chad, Freddie B is in the building. Dino might be here, might not, but we shall see. Anyways, it's been a while.
I'm glad Dino's not here because
Because
I
you
need
want a haircut
so bad, and I don't want Dino to see me.
We can just tell him to bring the clippers and then
Just do. He can just
do
do
it
like a
while
barbershop. He can do my
do barbershop
That's a
talk.
good idea.
You know what
I
mean?
look terrible. So if Dino's gonna be like, man, you out in the streets promoting me like that, that's what he's gonna say.
Nah, so you gotta do that. You do that on purpose, right? You look kind of trash, and then when you get it done, they be like, "Wow,
what an amazing improvement!"
Yeah, the
which
shock
is basically
value
just
goes
saying,
through the roof.
You look terrible before.
Yeah, I get
But
it
they
all the
ain't tell
time.
you. They ain't tell you.
No,
just
they know
you
they're not, right.
Like everything fine.
Yeah.
Oh, you weren't there when my kids said, "Dad, is Dino gonna cut your hair
They
tonight
did.
because you
They
look
did.
awful"?
Yeah.
They did say
I
that.
said, "Is he bringing his clippers?"
See, I respect that better because they're not gonna have you in the streets looking at hot mess.
Thank you. That's right. Yeah, my kids are worried about me.
Yeah.
On the bright side, though, I get to
You know what I mean?
represent.
Check out the dad hat. You know what I mean? We out here. This is in the way, but you see what it is. But anyway.
Okay.
So it's technically 2021. I'll say technically for a reason. We'll get to that later. But anyway, so new year, new me. That's what the people say. I'm not a fan of the statement. So I just wanted your take on y'all's take on
Go ahead.
the new
You just
year,
said,
new me.
You just said new year, new whatever.
I'm still black and broke, so.
Do not believe it. Well, half of that. He's still black.
He's
The other part is not true.
I mean, I just feel like it's your energy. I mean, 2020 wasn't a bad year for me. Like, it's what you put into it. 2021, you going, I'm just like positive. I try to be positive either way, though. You know?
He went a whole different way than I was going to go. What I was going to say was,
That's good.
The calendar, the days on the calendar don't tell me when I should do well or not do well, right?
I agree.
I should be whatever, doing well or being positive or grinding every day, and it doesn't matter. Like people who are like, man, I'm not going to start my workout till January 1st. Why? If you feel like you need to get in shape on November 12th, start on November 12th.
That's what I said. I said, because New Year Eve was what, a Thursday?
Yeah.
And I said, if you say New Year, new me, and then say, I'm going to start on Monday, you failed.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
It's true.
It is. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I have this whole thing, like, stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Right.
Like, Christmas comes in December every year, New Year comes in like, we are grown. We've been doing this for a long time. So you know what's happening, right? So, and I'm not trying to deter anybody. I just think that it's just something that people say. I also don't do like New Year resolution. I'm like, I have life goals and stuff, but I don't be like, oh, okay, it's December 31st. Let me see what I'm gonna change tomorrow. Like,
So
no.
I don't do New Year's resolutions. I've always thought they were really stupid, and I was at a New Year's party one time, and this girl got super mad at me. She's like, "You gotta make a New Year's resolution. You gotta do it." I'm like, "All right, fine. I'm gonna make something that I'm gonna break in like the next minute." And she's like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Okay, my New Year's resolution is I'm not gonna blink for the whole year." Right, and then a couple minutes, I blink, and I'm like, all right, that's it. Now I don't worry about it anymore. She's like, that's not right. You like super mad at me that I was not making a New Year's resolution. I'm like, it's dumb. Why do I have to start on January 1st?
Yeah, and people are like, oh, it's 2021, and like all this stuff's going on with the Rona.
Like the Rona's like,
well,
we're out. Yeah,
I said your rent still due tomorrow.
Right.
Exactly.
So they don't care. I mean, so I never really. In my adult life, been a fan of the New Year, New Me mindset.
Have you seen all the memes that say that 2021 is actually 2021 WON, that last year won, like it's the winner. It's funny, but I still don't get it. Like
I'm with you on the side of like, there's stuff that happened that definitely is not great. Right. Deaths and whatever. Like, yeah. And I mean, even up to the day before yesterday, one of my boys passed. Like, so there's that side. But there's also like, it's definitely been the best year.
Yeah.
And maybe that's selfish, but like from me getting to know you and your family better to getting to know him, like I'm looking at the whole thing, and I actually sat and so I don't do resolutions, but I'll reflect. So I reflected on the last decade instead of just this year. Yeah. Right. And say, well, 10 years ago, I was dead broke. I was leaving Miami with nothing. Had to move back home with my mom, like, to like now. We got a brand, I don't have to, like, So I looked at the decade, and then I looked at 2020 and was like, oh, look at the growth. It doesn't matter the year or whatever. Yeah, there's a lot going on, but your mindset matters. And I know it's not like that for everybody, but it's been the best for me. I mean, from us working out in the park, I mean, the pivots that had to happen to filming in here every day, to damn near living in here every day, like, just to make stuff happen. Right.
Like, it made me, like, y'all know I was going out, you know, and it made me look within me like, okay, you can't go out no more. What you gonna do? What you've been slacking on that you should have been doing, that you not, that, you know, now you got the opportunity, actually, you got the time to do it, right? I'm driving into an office every day and I'm realizing, damn, now I can get up in the morning, I start work or whatever, but now I got the time to do the other stuff I really want to do. And it's been a blessing for me in that aspect that I didn't have before. But,
I mean, I think that was the silver lining with the whole pandemic thing, right? Is that because we were all stuck at home, right? What was the joke that you were either going to come out like ripped or you're going to come out fat, right?
Quarantine 50, I mean, quarantine 20.
But really, you had a choice to make. I can sit here on the couch and, you know, eat this bread that I baked every day, or I can do something to make myself better. And a lot of people were able to do that. So
yeah. I was saying this I did a live the other day, and I was saying, you know, you got to find your positive outlet. Yeah. You need to find something that you enjoy. That's not, it's not for your kids. It's not for your spouse. It's like your thing. And as long as you have that thing, then I feel like it helps. But I think a lot of people just sit in the depression and sit in the negativity and sit. And before you know it, they're depressed and they're sad. And it's like, yo, you're not doing anything. Like, yes, we had to move out to the park, or yes, we had to figure this out, or film in here. Like, there was so much stuff. And it's like, but it slowed me down because before I was just teaching so much that I couldn't. I wanted to do stuff, but it was like, man, I don't got time. I got this many classes. I got to do this over here. And it was like, okay, well, now we have time. So what you going to do with it?
Right.
And so I think it was, you know, I don't like the pandemic part of it. I don't like the drama and all I don't like that part, but for, you know, I was supposed to be in Greece last summer. We were supposed to be in Greece. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I was just looking at their Instagram today, like, damn. But like, it's already January again.
Yeah.
And so hopefully, maybe, I mean, I don't know about no vaccinated passport life, but yeah.
We're not going there.
We're not going to open the doors. Good.
We're having that conversation right now.
Good. So, I mean, I don't know. And then I have my other theories about New Year where I just don't think it makes sense. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I know you want to know.
I do want to know.
Here's why it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I look at like nature and stuff. We're in the middle of the winter. There's nothing new about this. It's cold. There's no leaves on the trees. There's nothing new. Fix your face. Watch this. Watch this. Hear me out. I know you're like, you're crazy. No, I'm not. To me, I would imagine that a new year would be like March. When the flowers bloom, the spring, everything is coming back to life. From the cold.
Time out, coach. Is that because that's when your birthday is?
No. If my birthday is March 1st. But no, that's not. I'm talking about what's going on around you. We are in the middle of the winter, talking about new. Nothing new is happening.
You're just gonna justify the day you came to this earth.
Hey, it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault these things coincide. I'm just saying. That would make more sense to me that a new year was in the spring than
If we only
in the
had
winter.
somebody born March 1st that we could call the new savior. If we only had somebody, Chad.
I'm just saying. Do the flowers and stuff not bloom in March? Do they not come out of? Do the animals not come out from hibernation?
But I was
Listen,
making that face because we're in Arizona. The leaves don't
It's
fall off
cold.
the cactuses.
there's naked trees out here. You got 2 of them.
Yeah, but for the most part, the cactuses don't like lose their leaves.
I'm not gauging this on just Arizona. I'm just talking
understand
about
that.
the 4
Like in
seasons.
general, I get what you're saying.
But-
I hear you.
It makes sense, bro.
But
Take my birthday out, bro. It makes sense. I'm trying to tell y'all.
But that's the whole point. That's what I was saying before. It's just an arbitrary day on the calendar. Some dude named, Gregory, the Gregorian calendar, whatever, back in whenever he built the calendar, right?
Time
Some
to
month.
renew.
He just picked these, and so for some reason we just picked that this is the end of the year and the start of the new. So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. Why do we do it? Why don't we reflect like that every month? Why don't we talk about it at the end of every month? Hey man, how did this month go? What we probably should.
We kind of do though.
Well, we do a little bit, but we probably should do it more.
We should.
Right?
I agree with that. That was just my theory about New Year. Nothing new happening outside.
So there's,
it's cold.
Other religions in other countries, they absolutely the solstice, the spring
Winter
solstice.
sol-
Well,
they
the
have a
spring
spring
one,
one, too.
yeah, that's a big party in a lot of other countries, right?
So that's my 2 cents on it.
Yeah.
That don't have nothing to do with my birthday. That just happens to be a thing.
It's not the summer solstice; it's the vernal equinox. Sorry, the one.
The what?
Yeah,
Is that what
that's
it's called?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll shift from that because y'all got all worked up about my birthday.
Hey man, justify however you want, bro.
Nah, I'm just saying.
He's
The
specific.
new year should be March. Period.
March
Spring.
1st. March 1st should be the new year.
I didn't say the 1st. When does spring officially start?
April.
Nothing can change.
Nah.
Sometime
I don't
in
know.
March.
It's
right?
something in March. Yeah, cause spring break.
Yeah.
Whenever it is in March, that should be New Year.
Just
Based
spring
on-
break. We're basing it off of when the college girls
About
put their bikinis
spring.
on. That's when the new
That's-
year.
And I'm wrong.
Yeah.
I feel like that's great. You get to party.
Spring break goes from
Couple
like
drinks.
March to like the end of April
Oh my
for
God.
different schools.
Hell yeah, we get it all off. Just take it off. The new
2
year.
months off. The siesta for 2 months.
When's Chinese New Year? It's late in
I ain't
January.
Chinese, I
right?
don't know.
No, I know they do. I think they
They
go
do?
late January. Yeah.
See, we gotta look out.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, player.
Okay. Anyway.
So anyways, moving
right,
forward.
Utah.
Speaking of Chinese, nah, I don't know the same Chinese. You sent me some stuff about fit shaming, and I live in that arena, so I'll let you.
Well, you got fit shamed by Kev, first of all.
Yeah,
But
my
it was
boy.
a joke.
Shout out to my boy Kevin on stage. Yeah.
It was funny.
Yeah.
So I don't know how to pronounce his dude's name. You already done it. Kumail Nanjiani. He's an actor. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be. And he was just kind of a skinny dude, right?
He was a little dude.
Little dude. And he's gonna be in one of the Marvel movies, the Others, it's called, right? And he got jacked for this movie. Like he is ripped. And apparently he followed the same program that Captain America followed and that Thor followed and that the Chris Pratt Star-Lord followed, okay? So same program that all those guys did.
The Arsenal program.
It should have been.
Should have been.
Should have been. Actually, sorry, quick sidebar. If you've seen, like Thor has all his workouts out there, dude, it's your workouts.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it
Only
because I
God
don't.
doesn't have you. He should be doing your workouts.
I mean,
Anyway.
all my little celebrity friends, if they would just do my workouts, we would be.
I know.
People would be like, "Oh, that's the guy."
Yeah.
But whatever.
Anyway, we'll get there. It's coming.
It's whatever.
2021. This is
Kev, it's whatever.
So anyway, he posted a picture online, I guess for the New Year, whatever. Is like him having a piece of pie or something like that. I don't know, something he's eating, right? And he's wearing a sweater or a sweatshirt or something, and it's tight. Like, I mean, you can totally see the definition of his arms. And everybody's like, oh man, that dude's he's got to be on steroids. There's no way he got that jacked. Everybody, and people are saying in the comments, well, nobody said that when the white dudes got all jacked on the same program.
They get
right?
the
Like nobody's going after Chris Hemsworth going, oh yeah, you gotta be on steroids. Everybody's like, oh, he's just lifting weight. I just thought it was very interesting that he is absolutely, I mean,
he looked good. The before and after,
he looks great.
Mean, you could tell he been put in. And here's the thing, because I was reading it, he even said like, this took a lot of work. So don't think because I got money or whatever that it's easy. Like, it took patience and it took work. But that's what people do. They want to discredit the work, because I say this all the time. When you're in shape, you make people reflect on themselves, and you don't even have to say nothing. He ain't do nothing. He just took a picture with his pie or whatever.
Right.
Regular. This wasn't even like, I mean, they were shirtless, but this picture that they talking about, he was just chilling.
And he wasn't even trying to like.
No, he was just chilling.
Wow. He's ripped, and you can see it. His shirt's tight, but he wasn't. He was talking about his pie.
Yeah.
Right.
And they went out. They came in his neck.
And I would be living. I'm like, yup. My next post would be my shirt off. Yup.
Right.
I would
Exactly.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
You put in the work, yo. Like, as long as I've been training with you since like what, March?
Yeah.
Right. You think this summer I ain't taking no shirt off?
Summer ready.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking.
But you put in that. But that's the part.
But you had to get summer ready for 2021.
Starting
in March of 2019, or 2020. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but all the people gonna see is the results of him now. They don't know what he did to get there.
And the whole thing is like, you know, I've been dealing with this for a long time. You just get discredited for your work. Yeah. Oh man, you lucky you got good genes. Oh man, you lucky, man. You just lucky. And I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't get no credit for years of work at a high level.
Right.
Nope. You just got good genes. You got lucky, bro. You got good genetics. That's the disclaimer. So people will dismiss your work and just say it was more luck than it is anything else.
But you look like that for a long time, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, you've been putting in the work for what, 10, 15, 20 years?
20.
Yeah.
Easy. Since I was 19. At 19, I started learning how to lift weights on a military base in Washington State. Me and two of my boys. And then it was my thing. Like, even when I went to college and they would lock the gym up. They would lock the gym. I would do push-ups, like 500 a night. Oh, you gonna lock the gym? Do push-ups then. Oh, you gonna lock the gym? It was funny, this little African dude. I can't remember his name, and this is gonna hit me probably sometime later. He found a way to sneak up through the ceiling and jump down through and open the, because, you know, people don't know it's like HBCUs, and I love my people, but like, man, sometimes they just be having rules and stuff in place. Like, I worked out more than the people on the basketball. Like, I worked out, right. And it would be like, oh, they working out, we're gonna lock the weight room. Like, nobody's even in there.
Right.
So we would find ways to get in there, and then they would kick us out. But it was always like my outlet. Went to a different school. They would chain up the weight room. Mm-hmm. Why are y'all doing that? And then you got people in there that don't even know what they're doing. So I've been doing this for a long time. But people don't see that. They just, when I was in my early 20s, they like, oh, wait till you hit your mid-20s. It's all downhill from there. Hit the mid-20s. Man, wait till you hit 30. It's over. I'm like, no, that's when it was over for you. Right. That's when all your stuff caught up to you because you stopped being active.
Because you stopped working, right?
That's
right. You've been doing the work, yeah. Right.
So, but people don't look at that. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I see dude, and I'm like, yo, respect to him for putting in the work to put on some size for a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, or any of them, Captain, any of those dudes, because they didn't look like that before. No. It's the same if you watch Will Smith when he was training, what was it, I Am Legend or whatever? Yeah. He got,
right.
Old boy, what's his name? From Creed.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Like, he ain't the same from Fruitvale Station to Creed 2. Like, yo, people be putting in work.
So, because you're more in the industry than you know more about than I do. there is a lot of chatter, and I believe this dude because he talked about in the article how he's been doing this since like 2018. He found out he was going to be in this movie.
So 2 years of work.
2 years he's been working on it, right? Like, and he has progress pictures and everything. But there's a lot of whispers in the fitness industry that, like, you see these dudes on the Bowflex commercials or whatever. That a lot of those guys are on the juice a little bit, right? And maybe even not so much. This table is really wobbly.
It is.
Steroids as it is. You know, they're taking their BCAAs and they're taking all that stuff, which if they were Olympic athletes, that a bunch of that shit's banned, but it's not banned if you're just trying to look like Thor.
Right. Yeah.
Which, okay, if it's not harmful to you and like if it's not gonna have you with a brain tumor when you're, you know, 10 years later, then go ahead and do whatever you need to do. I understand why it's illegal from a competition standpoint, right? But that's, I don't know, why is that an issue if people are doing all those kinds of things? I think we're just so conditioned that when you watch the Olympics, that so many of those top guys are failing drug tests, right? When you see this crazy change from one year to the next in these athletes, but I think it's different, right? Because they were already great athletes, right? If you're already a great athlete and then you go put 35 pounds on, well, that doesn't really happen that way. Especially if you do it in 2 months during the off season.
Right.
That's not right.
I'm living for me, gaining weight is hard.
Right.
It's not easy. So it's like you see these people and in the industry there, but you know when somebody's on something. Yeah. They look different. They just look different. I don't look like a bodybuilder.
No.
Right. Because I don't train like that.
Right.
And I'm not doing all the stuff.
Right.
So that's not my thing. I want to look athletic and I want to be able to function and still play sports and whatever and be active. But someone who bodybuilds, they're not worried about performing on the basketball court or whatever because they're not doing that.
They're not worried about touching their hands together.
They don't want to get their wallet out their back pocket. They don't even care.
Scratching the top of their head, none of that.
But you can tell, it's like, okay, man, there's some extra stuff. And maybe it's not steroids, but maybe it is all the supplementation on top of
whatever, right.
Because I have friends who bodybuild or whatever, and I respect them because at the end of the day, they still have to do the work.
Yes. You can't just take a shot and not go
You got to do the work.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You know,
I told you a story about a buddy of mine that used to be a bodybuilder, right? Like a professional bodybuilder. And he quit because there was a lot of steroids in that sport. I know they've tried to clean it up a lot now, but he'll post on Facebook on a semi-regular basis, like a couple times a year, oh, so-and-so died, and like these guys that I used to compete with because and steroids are bad, kids don't do them, right? But he'll tell you too, you can't just, it's not just that. Like we spent
hours,
hours in the gym every day.
Yeah.
Crazy amounts of
But
stuff.
people don't want to see, they don't see that.
Right.
They don't see us up at, what was we doing in the park, 5 in the morning?
5, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, they might see a clip, okay, it's a video, it's a picture. But
they see one of those, they don't realize it was 5-6 days a week, right?
6 days a week, 5 a.m., let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or coming back at night and doing it again.
Twice, yeah.
And then playing basketball and like just being active. People don't see that. So it's easy, I think, for people to just dismiss your progress because they ain't doing nothing. You know what I mean? So whoever wrote whatever they did about, oh boy, it's right too, and not even to make it, clearly it turned into a race thing, but it's like, so y'all ain't saying that about the white boys who do the same thing. Like, it's blatantly obvious. Like, why are y'all singling him out? Like, oh, there's no way he could have done that in 2 years?
That's a long time.
That's a long time.
I do think that part of it, and I'm not trying to dismiss the race. There's clearly,
I'm saying what was in the article.
Clearly a racial issue here, right?
Yeah.
But Chris Hemsworth, those guys, he posts pictures of himself working out every single day. So you can see him doing the work. This other dude, he was a comedian, he was on a TV show, then he wasn't on a TV show. The next time you see him 2 years later, he's jacked. And
2 years.
Right? But people don't, you know what it is like in celebrity time. It's not Doesn't make sense. You ever see somebody like show up on, I don't know, I'm going to date myself with say Leno, but you know what I mean? Like on one of those talk shows, like Jimmy Kimmel or Fallon or one of those things. And whatever, they got long hair, they got short hair, they got a beard or whatever. And then they're here to promote a movie. They go show the clip of the movie and it looked totally different. And you're always like, wow, he doesn't look anything like that. But they filmed it a year ago.
Look at Mike Tyson. What did he lose, 100?
Yeah.
Did he really?
He lost 100 pounds.
100 pounds. Yeah.
He was fat and whatever. Sure. And it was obvious.
Right.
100 pounds.
Yeah, go look at him in The Hangover. He is...
Yeah.
He's gross in The Hangover, right?
100 pounds.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's why it's difficult sometimes in the industry because people will just write it off. Whether you know, like if I say it's hard for me to gain weight, oh, I wish I had that problem. I'm like, no, you don't. Because I still have a battle on the flip side of someone who's like, I wish I lost. But then I can say, well, here goes somebody who lost 40 pounds, 50, whatever we at now, right? And it's like, oh, well, that's cuz, right? There's always a reason.
Yo, somebody came up to me the other day. It was like, yo, you lost your weight quick. I'm like, quick? What are you talking about?
Just overnight, just push a button. And that's what people, it doesn't work that way in any industry. I have friends who are comedians. I remember when they were doing 3-minute sets.
Oh yeah, those guys got to put in. Those guys got to pay their dues. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my boy Nick Jackson. Like now, this dude's gonna be on TV with The Rock. Like, but I was there when it was 3 minutes. Like, oh man, we're gonna go over here. They're gonna pay me about $20 to do this set.
That's crazy.
But I look back and I'm like, well, we was doing that. That was 10 years ago.
10, right?
It wasn't yesterday. But to the outside world, it's like, oh man, you made it over. No, 10-minute sets, 5-minute sets, different crowds, this, that, the third, like hurdles, tours getting canceled, stuff that happened that I ain't gonna even spend. And I'm like, yo, y'all don't know. And that's why I go so hard when I see like people chasing their dream. And I'm like, yo, man, they inspire me to keep going. And hopefully I'm doing that for someone else, no matter what it is. You don't have to be in ridiculous shape, but like, I watch people build and build and build. And I'm like, yo, they didn't stop. And that's the beauty of it is when someone doesn't stop. And then, you know, social media only get the highlight reel. They get the peak of the mountain. They don't get the journey what it took you to hike all the way up there. They just see the top and say, oh, man, that's cuz. They're not there for the setbacks and the whatever. So, like, shout out to dude, man. Like, yo, he... First of all, if anybody says, hey, we want you to be in this Marvel movie,
yeah,
you better get your shit together. What?
So, do you know the story about Chris Pratt when they told him that he was going to be in Guardians of the Galaxy? He was fat. Like if you watch him on Parks and Rec, like he was like the fat, funny guy. That was his job, right? And they told him, they said, don't worry about getting in shape. There's a bunch of things you should don't worry about. We're just going to CGI some abs on you. You're good to go. Like, don't worry about it. And he's like, absolutely not. He said, I got whatever. I think he had 8 weeks, 12 weeks, something like that before he had to show up on set and hired a trainer, hired a chef, and went to town. Now, if you go look at Guardians of the Galaxy 1 versus 2, he's not in nearly as good a shape in 1 as he is in 2, because obviously he had a couple of years to get in really good shape for the second one, right? But he showed up and the director was like, oh, good, you just sent me a bunch of money on CGI work that I don't have to get the animators to go and do all that stuff.
And that's the other excuse too. Well, they got money, so they got trainers and the chef.
You still got to lift all them weights. Those trainers don't lift them for you. Yeah. Believe me, I have asked.
Yeah, I'm not lifting them, bro. It's a DIY. What is it? Whatever.
DIY, do it yourself?
That thing, too. Yeah. So, I give credit to anybody who does the work because that's not easy. In any field, it doesn't matter.
There's no shortcuts. There's no,
But that's what people want.
There's TikTok. TikTok is a shortcut to fame right now. But even still,
it's not.
There's a lot of work that's got to get done. People don't realize how much work.
A 15-second clip could take 2 hours.
Or more, right?
Or more. But people don't see that. So they say, oh, yeah, well, if I just make this TikTok. No. Then you got to be consistent with that.
Right. But they see somebody like Charlie D'Amelio who has has whatever she has, 100 million followers on TikTok
Sure.
or something like that, right? And she was nobody. What, a year ago, 2 years ago, she was nobody. So they're like, oh, overnight sensation. And I guess if you compare it to your boy Nate, who was doing 3 minute sets 10 years ago, she is an overnight sensation. But it still took her a year of what
Consistency.
hard work.
Every day.
People don't understand how much work she's doing to get where she is. So I understand. There's not really anything that's overnight. People just don't see it. I love when they talk about bands, like or singers or artists, right? They, oh yeah, overnight.
Came out of nowhere.
Came out of nowhere. Yeah, dude's been playing some trashy club, like for years with all his own equipment in his car, and
That's the same with comedians.
Yeah.
I used to go with Nate 2 shows everywhere and would be like, okay, we in trouble today. Like, we went to this place called Roy Washington.
Roy?
Yeah, exactly. You never heard of it. Because it's like population 3. There was one stop sign in the bar. And I'll never forget, listen, I've been knew Nate was funny. Like, yo, you're gonna do your thing, it's gonna be funny. But I seen him in so many arenas. I seen him in a room full of gangsters. I seen him in a room full of corporate America. And I'm like, man, this dude could cross over and do it all. This situation was different. Because you just walk into this bar, there was babies in there running around. Listen,
here, hold my baby.
There's babies in there.
Babies in the bar.
Elk heads on the everywhere. It was all. And I was like, hey, bro, I pulled him to I said, if there's any time in life that you need to be funny,
This is it.
it's tonight, or we gonna be in trouble. And he blew that place up. By the time he was done, they was like, you gotta come back. I was like, man, you're funny. Because if you can turn that crowd, man, listen. And so people don't see all that, and they don't see the no's and the setbacks and they don't see none of that.
Right.
And they just, when you're great at something, you make it look easy. And so then people think, oh, it must be easy. That's why I'm like, oh, you want to teach group fitness?
Yeah.
Go up there, go do it. Oh yeah, you thought it was easy.
But it's because when you put in that work after all these years, it becomes second nature. But you had to sacrifice all that time and be super disciplined. Now you're just like, all right, you can go and do that. Whereas other people think they can just go and do it, they can't because they're not built like that.
They haven't gone through the experiences. The experiences teach you how to move, how to maneuver, how to pivot. You don't. A comedian don't know who's gonna be in the audience. They just know they gotta make them laugh. They gotta connect. I don't know who's gonna walk through the door to take my class. I just gotta be able to connect and provide an experience, and that's the difference. But it's like social media can be great, and sometimes I'm like, man, people just sit behind their keyboards. Everybody got an opinion. Everybody, and especially about stuff they don't even have. No, yeah, I see it a lot, and it's annoying.
Yes.
And I get it a lot.
I feel it's a lot of computer thugs, but face to face, they're not saying that.
Thank you.
They can.
Right.
Because how could you knock someone's hard work when you ain't doing nothing?
Right.
That's why it's easy to be like, let me get my 2 cents. 2 pennies. So, anyway.
I was just trying to look up when Young Rock's going to be on NBC to give a little shout
Isn't
out
it,
to Nate, I don't know when it's actually. I know it's soon, right? It's
I
whenever.
thought it was later this month. I don't know.
Is it later, June?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the junkyard dog.
That's dope.
I'm super excited for it.
Junkyard dog, like
Yeah.
an iconic wrestler. Yeah, so shout out to Nate, man. But yeah, speaking of icon, I don't know if you would call it icon. This is before your time, and I don't know if you know.
Man, y'all gonna stop aging, man. I'm 65 for real.
Oh my gosh, no way. You ever seen Breaking?
Yes, I saw the first one. I saw the first one. I did not see.
You didn't see the second one?
The second one.
Ah.
Well, no, I know you. So you
I
say
just-
your thing, and then
I just wanted to say, pay respects to Shabba.
Rest in peace.
You know what I'm saying? Turbo and Ozone. Well, just
You
Ozone.
know who this is?
And he gonna Google it when he get home. But
Damn.
all I'm saying is
I don't
Breaking
remember
2. Breaking 1 was cool, but Breaking 2 was like childhood. Like well, it was for me. It was more about Turbo. I wanted to be like Turbo. I didn't want to be like Oz, but he was only 65. Man.
Listen, Breaking 2 Electric
Boogaloo, man.
is the punchline of a lot of jokes. It's just a funny name for a movie, that's all.
Hey, man.
But yeah, no, I saw that he passed away. He was only 65. Did we know what he passed away? Or was it? It wasn't the Rona.
Man, listen. The night before, he said he tested negative for the Rona and whatever, and he was feeling fine. And that was his last Instagram post.
Really?
Yeah. So it's really strange.
Hmm.
He looked great though. I was like, man, 65. This dude look good.
Everybody going. Debo died too.
Debo, Houdini. Wait, you know.
Really?
Houdini. It's been a rough little yeah. So it's like, man.
So you posted a clip of
Breaking 2.
At the end when they're doing the big.
Yeah, they're trying to raise the money for the building fund like churches do.
I've seen that before because when you posted it, I'm like, I've seen that. And I watched it again when you posted it on your Facebook. I realize this is off topic, but do you remember the parents they're pissed off?
Yeah, they didn't want their daughter with the black dude.
Do you remember the TV that they're watching? No, they didn't want, in the movie, the plot was they just didn't want their daughter to be out there raising money for the building. Yes, I understand.
They didn't want her with the thugs.
Yes, right. But
and they wasn't even thugs, they was dancing. When they had a problem, there's a whole nother scene where they met under the bridge with the cars and they had a dance battle with the Mexican dudes. Yeah. That was how they solved the problem.
Yeah, we're gonna dance this
We're
out.
gonna have a dance battle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
For half of y'all that don't know what the hell they're talking about.
But you have to go back and see the TV that the parents are watching. The parents are watching a TV. It's about this big. It's about this big, but it's this long.
Because you know they listening, right? They're like, what? Are they breaking what? Breaking dishes?
Man, just Google it. You can YouTube it. If you wasn't around, it's probably not gonna hit you the same. Turbo was the man. Listen, man. The scene, for the people who know, because it's a lot of us that do. The scene when Turbo was dancing in the house and he was dancing on the ceiling. Bro, you know how many times I was trying to figure out how to climb the wall to dance on the ceiling? Now you know it was camera tricks. They just flipped it. Yeah. But back then, we talking about what? 80 something? 88 maybe?
Yeah, probably late 80s.
It was like, yo, he walked up the wall, he dancing on the ceiling. And then the little cute Spanish girl came in and she was like, oh my God. And she fell in love with him. Bruh, y'all don't know nothing about Breaking 2 like the book.
No, we don't. Yeah.
It's the equivalent to Chad boxing with his shirt off and his crush walking to the gym. It's a whole thing.
Rosie Perez coming to that
See?
gym.
Rosie Perez.
Coming to that gym. What you mean?
Like do the right thing, Rosie the Perez?
Billy.
Or like
Billy.
white man can't jump, Rosie Perez.
Man can't jump,
Okay.
Rosie Perez.
She fine as hell.
That's true.
She was in something the other day. They were interviewing her about. I watched something the other day. She still sounds the same.
Yeah.
She still talks like
Got
that.
that accent, man.
That does it for you. That accent.
I co-sign
So if you
on
like
that.
old women, no
Man.
offense to her, she's beautiful, but
She ain't old.
you 12.
Yeah. Rosie Perez, born September 6, 1964. She does have an AARP
So she
card.
like 50 something.
57 this year.
That's not old to
And
me.
you like 22.
What you mean? I'm 33.
Bruh, she could be your mama.
Bro, that's like, I'm trying to think, who's in this? That's like Ashton Kutcher when he was with,
Demi Moore.
yeah, right?
I mean, I guess.
I'm trying to think, who else be robbing the cradle?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Listen, she looks great. I'm not, whatever.
does.
Not for nothing. More power to you.
Billy, see, I be Billy for the night. I'm cool. She fine, man.
All right.
So White Man Can't Jump, that's what you want.
I'm gonna go watch it tonight.
That's a good movie.
I'm surprised y'all know what that is.
We surprised you know what it is. Really? A basketball movie? Really?
Hey,
You ever seen Wildcats?
ever seen Hoop Dreams?
Yes, but have you ever seen Wildcats?
Ain't
'Cause
you
you didn't
never
answer.
heard that. Hell,
Right.
what is that?
So you think White Man Can't Jump is Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson's first movie together? Go look up
I'm
Wildcats.
gonna have to.
It's a football.
You ain't got it on VHS.
Yeah, I did.
Wait, Wildcats with Goldie Hawn?
Yes.
Wait, Wesley Snipes is in that?
Yeah. What? Y'all on.
I've spent this entire
It's a football
podcast on
movie.
IMDb.
Wesley Snipes is in there with Woody Harrelson. That's like one of their first movies together. No lie. He gonna do calling my phone
Come in so
in the middle
early.
of the podcast. Like, man, they ain't doing nothing.
Oh, I guess we're done.
No, we
now.
record on your boy phone.
Got my black card. That's what us Latinos and black people.
What you doing with that trash hat on?
Yeah,
I'm
that's
playing.
we 4-0. We 5-0.
Y'all winning in the prelims, huh?
That's it.
What's good?
Doing
Shout out to
something.
Dino in the building.
up, man?
Fred said you bring the Clippers. Sophie wanted to know if you was coming through with the
My kids are like, oh, Dino's coming, Dad, you look like hell. Have Dino clean up your shit. So I'll be coming to see you this week, don't
Okay.
Yeah.
So we talking about
Okay.
stuff that might be.
So look at
Out
that.
there.
Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson were in Wildcats, and I did not know that.
Yo,
I'm
I never
trying to
even
tell
heard of
y'all,
that
bro. I
movie.
know movies.
Wildcats.
Bro, it's football.
great movie.
Look it up.
You know what's the crazy part is I don't ever know the names of movies. I forget like names, but if I watch it, I'll be like, oh,
We was talking about breaking to Electric Boogaloo.
a what?
Let's see.
What? Say it again.
The children. They
Say
don't.
it again.
Oh my God. Did you know
Breaking to
Nipsey-
Electric Boogaloo.
Nipsey Russell was in
Breaking
Wildcats?
And Nipsey Russell was the coach.
He was.
Or no, he was the principal.
The principal.
Because she was the coach.
She was the coach.
Yeah.
She was the coach.
Yo,
Son, you like,
Bro.
what the fuck are you talking about
Breaking
right
Two,
now?
that's one word. Like that's one. title?
Breaking. Well, there was a movie called Breaking,
Oh, I know Breaking.
and then there was Breaking 2. Electric Boogaloo was the name.
But the subtitle.
How you know Breaking? You don't know Breaking 2.
Nah.
That don't make sense.
I don't know about no Breaking Two into
That's-
Boogaloo with the Sugarfoot.
Yeah.
I don't know all that.
So we was talking about a dude from Breaking died the other day.
Oh, okay.
But if you don't know it, we ain't even going.
Yeah.
I was talking about Debo died too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like
remember
the,
Debo.
And Houdini, if you know.
Houdini, yeah.
But when you walked in, we were talking about Chad has this weird fetish thing for Rosie Perez.
He
That's what
has,
we were actually
yeah.
talking about.
He wants to date
Rosie
Rosie Perez.
What you mean? She's bad. Like she's fucking bad,
I
bro.
didn't even know who it was. He looked
You don't know who Rosie Perez is?
I know.
Son, you better not be Googling Rosie Perez. right now.
Yeah.
Come on, son. I told you, bro. I don't know the
you
name.
mean?
I know the faces.
How you don't know Rosie
Done.
Perez? She like
you-
your
did you
cousin.
see
She
White
like your
Man Can't
auntie.
Son, she's bad.
Oh, you talking about a chick from like, oh, Billy, you're so stupid.
Yeah!
I know my shit, man.
That's her.
I know
That's
proper
her.
barber, man. I see mad people. I don't never remember people's names, bro. I'm
really
horrible.
bad.
I'm glad I know my name half
That's
the time.
bad.
funny,
I don't
bro.
really, nah, she alright. Really?
Oh.
Really?
Son.
That's like your top,
That's-
like you had one right
I mean,
now.
like when I was like a kid, my mom was like, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, I don't care. She was like, you know, when we watching White Man Can't Jump, and I'm a little kid, and I'm like, oh man, Rosie Perez. Mom looks at me, I knew you was gonna be a sellout. Cause she ain't no sister, right? Just talking shit or whatever. But I'm like, it's always been Rosie, yo.
Really? That's the one. Dang, that's interesting.
That's a childhood crush.
That's a
Rosie.
childhood crush, Rosie.
Her and then Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey was shot.
Okay.
Hey
And then
man.
I got a little older, and it was Oprah.
Okay, ain't never been.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
You
whoa,
went
whoa,
left.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's a business
Whoa.
move.
You
You
went
don't
down.
think she fine.
Yeah.
Her bank account is, what are you talking about?
I said it's a business move. I said you don't think she fine.
Because when you break that into the category, like that went from like childhood.
Oh, it's verticals.
I was doing good to
No, it's
like
verticals, too.
I just did heroin, cocaine, my life just went to
Yeah.
shit. Like you just completely.
You went from like America's Top Model to
Yeah.
like feeding a gremlin after midnight. Well, you probably never seen Gremlins. I'm referencing stuff.
Give her
that
some
don't
water and all that, yeah. Try to blame me,
Don't
okay?
feed him after midnight.
even- You know
Don't
what I
get him
mean?
wet.
Like you went all Oprah. Bruh.
That's your top. Like that's your like.
That's your top 3.
That's not in your top 3. Let's talk about that. I know you got bills. I know y'all
Oprah's
got
not
bills.
in my top
Yeah, but
3.
Mariah Carey could pay some bills.
That's facts.
All right.
Yeah.
She ain't balling like
The
that.
homie is dating her right now.
See?
Yeah.
Right,
hope she
you
got
balling with me, I ain't gonna stay here
I
acting
hope
like
she
that.
got
Let me
insurance
stop,
on
because
her
if you ever
voice.
watch this show, I'm
Crazy.
sorry.
She got the #1 Christmas song for like
Ever.
ever running.
That's it, and that's all she got. Cause after
That's
that,
all she
boy,
got now.
She lost everything because she can't sing no more.
Nah, bro. She
can't-
ain't losing.
No, have you seen that video where they took her, like there's a backing track that's playing all the like high pitched stuff, and somebody just took that out and just left in the parts that she sings. She can't sing
No,
at all.
she
anymore.
can't sing
Yeah.
at all. She lost her voice. That's why I said I
Right,
hope
yeah.
she got insurance on her voice because she lost her voice. She put insurance on her legs and everything else.
She sound like me.
Oh my
That's
god.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she
your
can't
top
sing no
three?
more, man.
Yo, she bet. No, we gonna go top 3. Holly Berry back in the day, Rosie Perez, Mariah Carey.
Okay, that's 3. long as you left Oprah out the top 3.
Yeah, I just want to.
That threw me.
Like that was
like
like
at 15.
That was like a fact check moment
Yo,
right now.
I'm
Like,
cool
I'll
with
let you slide with Rosie Perez because that was like a
What
childhood.
you mean, Slash?
She was fine.
She was that's a good note.
And
That's
do
why
the
I'm
right
saying.
thing.
That's why I'm saying, like, as a childhood, like, crush, I let that one go. Like, if you were to tell me right now, Rosie Perez is like your top 3 right now,
He is
not right now.
Good.
that's why. Okay, that's why I had to fact check. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure I ask again, because that would have been suspect.
Yeah,
Rosie
nah,
Perez
bro.
right now.
I don't think I want to know right now. A hot mess.
You was just saying you was cool with her being 50. What'd you say? She was 50?
Oh, I am cool with that.
Childhood crush for me. Damn, now that I think back, was Kate Beckinsale.
Who?
Wow. Oh yeah, no, come on.
You let me
don't
Google,
know
man.
Kate
I'm about to
Rosie Perez,
maybe
but
like
Kate
him.
Beckinsale?
Maybe like
Still
him.
super hot.
Maybe
is
like
that?
him. I know her by face. I don't
Yeah.
know that name
Underworld?
at all. Who?
Underworld?
Who?
You ain't never watched it?
Come
Yo,
on.
Voss?
You tripping.
Come on.
From Underworld?
Voss is
You
Dawson?
tripping. From what she well,
Voss
her
is
first
Dawson?
was
I'm not tripping. You never seen Breaking
her
2
first-
for the
her first-
culture.
Her first was Pearl Harbor, I think it was. And then she did
Nah, bro,
Underworld.
I'm good off
Yo,
that.
she
And
can
then she
get
did
it.
Underworld. I'm sorry it ain't for the culture for you, man, but she.
No, I said Breaking 2 was for the culture, and you ain't seen that.
Nah,
But
So
this
don't
don't
come
count
at
as
me.
your childhood.
Don't come at me.
She was.
Yeah, she
'cause-
like
'cause-
2010.
Nah, dude, that growing up with Underworld, Pearl Harbor. Pearl Harbor, I think was her first one, right?
Yeah,
I
something.
think that was like her
34,
first
son.
like
Nah.
major like
Pearl Harbor was when? 2001.
2000.
That don't count as
That ain't
childhood.
childhood, bro.
You cheating. You cheating, man.
That's better than Rosie Perez.
What you mean?
No.
What else
It was,
Rosie
no.
Perez did?
It was
Absolutely
absolutely
not.
childhood.
All right,
Childhood is like
absolutely
5
not.
years old. You know what I'm saying?
5 to 10,
Yeah,
12.
like you. Nah, bro. If we gonna go down there, my whole thing would change.
You said Oprah, like it was like
Oh, Oprah.
Yeah, he's still
No
mad about Oprah.
hesitation.
Like you didn't even put like business move Oprah.
Yo, I would-
You just
I
said
would
Oprah,
literally
like,
be
right off
cool
the bat.
with
You
being
said
Harpo.
Rosie Perez and Oprah. That
Son.
alone right there just eliminates the. I had to cheat to bring the standards back. You know what I'm saying on the table because you
I would
you didn't
literally-
even own Billy,
Bruh,
Like that was
Between
nah,
them
man.
two, and
fine.
I'm cool with Oprah. Man, I would be Harpo all day.
I think
He's a side
everybody-
chick hiding. Nobody sees him, and he gets a check for the rest of his life. I'm cool with
You
that.
talking about Stedman?
Not Harpo. I'm thinking, damn. Stedman, yeah.
Harpo's
Yeah.
her company. Yeah, Stedman's
Harpo
the
was
person.
from Color Purple.
Color Purple, yeah.
Yeah, Stedman. I be Stedman. I'm cool with that.
You got any other ones besides the little
Well,
Becky and them?
wait a second. I need to know, Chad, is there anybody on your list that is like born in the same decade as you?
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj.
Who? You said Nicki Minaj? Nah, but Cardi B can get it.
Really?
I like Ratchet. I
Okay,
like.
Clearly.
Really?
I like Cardi though before, like when she
Before
first
she
got
got teeth
started. Yes.
Okay.
Did you
Actually,
say before she got her teeth fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
Yeah.
I ain't knocking her shit. That's what's up.
But are we just saying women that like you just want to tag, or are we saying like actual women like nah like because I'm
You trying to wife
Cardi B,
them?
yeah, like I'm just asking what the stipulations are because I mean, Cardi
we
B
ain't
really,
really
like,
we ain't
you
stipulate
really,
that.
like you
We
you
did.
really
We
like I know we ain't stipulate. I'm just
Right.
saying like you said Rosie Perez, then went Oprah. Now you going straight to the thought of all thoughts Slurp-a-lots to Cardi B.
Okay.
So now I'm
So
following
like,
the trend.
would
is
you
what I'm saying.
would you want to know or not what your shorty did in the past? I'd rather her just tell me. Like Cardi, I know. I'm like, yeah, she was out in these
Well, there's a
streets.
difference with Cardi, bro. She ain't telling you, the whole world telling you what she did and with who. That's a bit different. That's not a typical.
She just I like how
For me, Cardi be a cool jump off. But then after that, she like that's one of those that hey, I smack cool. And that's it. She too loud. She too much, man. I can't deal with all that, bro.
I like the real. I'm just
Yeah.
like,
He liked that. He said.
you real. You coming at me? I know what
But
I'm.
Oprah
I'm
ain't that though.
That's crazy. That
Yeah,
ain't
but
real.
Oprah's bank account makes up for other things.
Ah, jeez. You got any other ones besides the Underworld
I
girl?
feel a lot of hate right now. But
Nah, I ain't
I'm
hating.
just asking.
He over here cheating on
Your
Underworld.
spectrum is insane though.
I keep
Your
an open
spectrum
mind.
is
J-Lo's in there too. You know.
It's
Jade. Okay.
I don't know, man. Honestly, man, I can't categorize them down into one. Like I can't just
Not
do that.
one.
Nah, like I
You
can't.
said childhood crushes. You brought up old girl out the gate.
You cheated though. That's like teenager crushes.
You're still a child.
Are you?
Depending on what era you're brought in. You could be 18 in this era and you're still a child. Like, it just depends on, I guess, the era that you brought up in. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I couldn't even say. I never really like put thought of like childhood crushes that I had. Mm-hmm.
Pam Grier.
Oh man.
Lord have
okay.
mercy.
Amen. All right.
From Shaft or whatever.
Yeah.
See, that's before your time, young blood.
Unfortunately, no, it's not. You guys forget how old I am. I know who Pam Grier is.
Man. Okay. Lord.
That's a good one. I redeemed the Oprah with that. That's
Yeah. No. Oprah is like.
Oprah's in no one's top 100,000.
Oprah, you call me. You don't got to tell Stephen. Go ahead.
You just talking about the bank account. You ain't said nothing else.
He ain't not once did he
Nothing.
mention anything else about
Nothing.
Oprah. He just said bank
She's
account.
probably a good dancer.
She can't move, bro. When have you ever seen her move on any of her shows?
Yeah, we'll go to
The show
dinner.
starts and she's sitting already.
It's in her contract. I'm sitting
I think
now.
after they cut the screen, bro, they roll her chair out like she don't even. I've never seen Oprah walk, bro.
No, she gets up and goes, you got a car, you get a car.
And she's been on what was
Be
that?
winning.
Bro, I'm about, man. When we blow up, bro, this thing, somebody gonna pull this video up and Oprah finna shut me down. Yo,
Yeah, you can't talk about old Harper.
yeah, you can't. Yeah, she probably shut this one down. She control everything.
Like, she gonna shut it down after he said her. She like me, out of there, young blood.
No, she's not. She's going to be like, I'm going to get that phone call. Yeah, but
Cougar
what happened
life?
to Chad?
I don't know. Is there another stage after Cougar? That's what I feel like Oprah's at. You said death.
Oprah's not a cougar. Like Oprah's not. She's not looking for a younger.
But
like,
he's
No, he said like they were saying Cougar. So I'm just saying like I feel like Oprah would be
the next stage.
the
after
next
cougar.
stage after Cougar.
oh man,
For the money, like I said,
I mean,
like Gazelle. I don't know what that stage is.
oh man.
what's yours? Y'all over here. He cheating. At least give me some honest. What's yours?
I don't know. There's too many.
Come on.
There's too
You
many.
got it.
I mean, really, like, and I'm not even making any jokes, like making any shots, right? But like, in all reality, for me, I just don't like. I'm 30. Like, I'm about to be 34. Like, going back and like, I don't know. I never really. So I'm
You
again.
had to
I'm not
have
going-
crushes though. Like
No, I'm sure I did, but
like
again, like I made the point
Janet
earlier.
Jackson,
For me, like growing up,
Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson.
yeah.
Crush. Straight up. Hey, I saw it in real life, and I was like in awe. You said childhood. I'm giving you my childhood.
Facts. I thought you was going to say like Chili or somebody from TLC.
Nah, but I met her. I got a picture with her.
Yeah, she
We
bad.
look good together, low key. people that didn't know who she was thought that she was my. They were like, "Your girlfriend's so pretty," and I was like, "No, I was just at a beach body conference. This wasn't no." But yeah, but that wasn't. That was like 8th, 9th grade. So by then,
Yeah.
and I went through my waves with TLC. All three of them had their own. Where I was like, "Man, she attractive in this one. She attractive in Left Eye could get."
I love
So
that. She crazy too.
Aaliyah.
Yeah.
Aaliyah was bad too. Yeah, Aaliyah was bad.
She the one that died in the plane crash.
Yeah, I think
That
Honduras
too.
too. I
Rest in
think.
peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some childhood.
Maya.
That wasn't childhood. That was like college. Maya. She fine. Shout out to she vegan. I don't know if you can handle that.
I seen her out here in the club actually. She fine as hell in person.
Yeah.
She is bad.
Yeah.
Mine is bad.
See, you got something.
I got a list. I already know mine.
I couldn't categorize mine into like childhood. I know certain women. I'm like, yep, I'm like she bad.
I'll give you one that I'm not proud of now because she's ridiculous. Stacey Dash.
Oh yes. Know what you mean?
I said not now.
Now,
Yes now.
No, bro.
hell no, she
You ain't on
crazy.
social media. That's why you saying
She
that.
Still
off the
looks
chain.
great.
What's
She
wrong
still
with her?
looks
Nah,
great.
yeah,
crazy,
nah,
bro.
nah,
She
she on
best.
like I'm talking about like, bro, like.
Y'all
You wanted to
She,
Candace
bro,
Owens
she,
too?
listen,
Y'all
like,
can't call my baby crazy and not tell me
nah,
what.
bro.
You gotta do
think
your
she
research.
definitely ain't your baby.
Nah.
No, what happened though? She
Off the
she out
chain,
here.
bro.
You
She
see
lost
Get
it.
Out?
Stop.
She Get Out.
Yeah,
She
bro.
with the T. Ding, 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 ding. She with it, bro.
She
She
lost
on
the
the
black
T.
card. She got it repoed. They repoed it and then repoed it again. And like, bro,
Yeah.
That's
she,
Dan Dad's
But growing up,
yeah, she was.
she was bad. She was bad.
I was like, whatever.
She was bad.
Yeah.
Yo, you know who was talking of shows? You know who was actually like really cute too, but because of the show they made her was the Steve Urkel's girl from
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Laura?
talking about? No, not
Not
Laura.
Laura.
No, the other one, the one who
She
liked
was
him a
like-
lot.
She was like the doctor or something like that. She was doing something.
Yeah,
She ended up
cool.
dying. She died early in the show, like or whatever, something like that. Like in real life, I think in real life, yeah. But she was low key, cute
Yeah,
in that show. Family Man, that was a good show.
it was.
I was talking about that the other day. I was like, yo, they don't make shows like they used to, man. Family Matters,
Martin.
Martin.
Tisha Campbell, girl. Pam.
I couldn't get over Pam's teeth.
Pam what?
man.
Pam.
Pam had
fine.
bro, Pam had the baddest body on
was
that show.
fine.
She had the baddest body, but I could not get
What?
over her teeth, dog.
BDB's nigga, you
What?
I'm telling you, bro.
Hey,
yo.
she was
Yo.
fine. You're tripping, bro. You're
Yeah,
tweaking.
bro. She had the banging
Bro,
body. Bro, it was
if,
one of those
if it
low
wasn't
key,
for
like-
him, if it wasn't for her role being the person that he made fun of, people would have been on. her,
Yeah.
bro. Just go back and watch it. Just YouTube some
I
clips.
think Kilolo is the finest one out the show.
Ew, Yo-Yo.
Kilolo, Shanae best friend.
That's Yo-Yo,
Yo,
the
she-
rapper.
Who?
Yo, oh my god.
Yeah,
She was a rapper named Yo-Yo.
I feel
Google
like-
her.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna go ahead.
I feel like Chad should not be allowed to choose his own girlfriend.
This is why I'm single right now.
I feel like maybe we need to help.
I don't know.
I don't even know if we
it's
can
possible.
help because
Look
the
up
spectrum
Yo-Yo.
is so broad. I don't even know how we would start narrowing it down to like what we could like.
Like, what is Chad like? Well, he likes Oprah and Mariah Carey.
That's your girl.
That ain't Kilolo.
Bruh.
Nah, let me show you Kilolo.
Man. I don't know. Maybe
Yo, you know who
maybe-
lately I've been having a not lately, but like I always like low key like she always caught my eye was is it Regina Hall?
Yeah.
Is that her name? I think
Well,
it
it
is.
depends on. Yeah.
Oh, it is her.
I just be
Bro,
making
you
up
can't
stuff,
you
bro.
can't question somebody
Like-
that says it that confident. Like,
I'm
man,
like, that's
so-
Yo-Yo. Like, yo, she was a rapper first. You don't know. You don't be knowing. Yeah, that's
She's not cute. Never mind. I can't.
Why you
I'm a
You're back on Oprah.
She look better than
I'm
Oprah.
going back to Oprah.
She do.
I'll tell you who else. Wait, you seen Harlem Nights? Yes, maybe.
Woo.
You.
Talking
Layla
about
Rashawn.
with the
Sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah, she's cold.
What?
She's cold.
She was like, I was mesmerized. That dude called like, hey man, I ain't coming home ever. After one night, he said, man, keep the kids, everything.
Sunshine.
He was the first side dude.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the movie. I mean, I've seen the movie, but I don't remember that part. I remember Layla Rashawn.
Man, they
She's
set
still-
her. They
she's
set up
still
the,
fine.
the little cop dude, and she turned him out.
Yeah, she turned them all the way out.
I got one.
Oh,
I bet you're young enough that this might have been.
Dolly Parton.
No.
He said Dolly Point. Wow.
Shirley Temple.
Damn.
Come on, man. Queen Elizabeth. Come on.
Queen Elizabeth.
No, Lisa Bonet.
Oh, Super Crush.
yeah.
You right. Cosby Show.
Lisa Bonet.
Super Crush.
Yo, what was the lady in Harlem Nights? She'd be like, Marcus.
No, that was in that's not
That's Boomerang.
That's Boomerang. And that's oh my god, I know who you're talking about.
She was fine as hell back in the day, though. I gotta Google that shit.
I know who you're talking about.
Yo, she's-
but Lisa Bonet, check.
Yeah.
Oh, check.
And Chad, while we're talking about Lisa Bonet, her daughter Zoe Kravitz just filed for divorce this week. So she's single and she's got that Lenny Kravitz bank account. You might want to look into that one.
Yeah,
She's gorgeous.
Okay, Freddie B. I'm glad you didn't go the route I thought you was going.
Where'd you think I was going?
Shirley Temple.
Oh, I was gonna make some jokes because I'm old and white, but
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't know that she was, bro? Man, you sleeping on that one?
Yeah.
She bad.
Zoe Kravitz.
She that's the girl from. She also played in that one of the X-Men's. I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? She was one of the
Yeah,
I can't remember.
but
which
she's
one.
all in makeup the whole time, right?
Yeah, she became like that butterfly or whatever the hell the mutation was. This is what I'm telling you. Like, I suck at like remembering like. I'll be the first. Like, you know when people be playing those games, like, what's that line? I'm like, I don't know. But I know
She's
the
in
movie.
Mad Max Fury Road. You want to see her? She's
Yeah,
gorgeous in
yeah.
that, right?
Eartha Kitt. That's her.
That's
name.
yeah. You like old women.
No, I'm just saying back in the day.
She was fine.
Back in the day, not in the boomerang. I wouldn't touch
Yo,
her.
speaking of old women,
Oh.
you know who I think is cute too is Peter Parker's aunt, the new Spider-Man, the latest. Was it the latest one? I think it's the latest one.
Talking about Sally Field.
I forgot. her name.
You would know.
You would know. I know
I
you
don't
don't
know.
know. Boy, she got a jawline, boy.
Rosie
She got,
tough.
she got that Holyfield jawline, boy.
She's tough. You know who she remind me of though? The girl in Fast and the Furious. Letty. I
Letty?
don't know her real name though.
Oh, I know who you talking
she's,
about.
Michelle
Rosario
Rodriguez?
Dawson.
No.
Oh,
Yo,
it's
she's
Michelle
bad.
Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez.
Her
Rosario,
too. Everyone was
Rosario is, man.
That's the one Will Smith said he would leave Jada for. But it's from
Rosario
Hitch,
Dawson.
right? That's the
For
one.
an entanglement or for everment? For everment.
Hitch was Ava.
I'm thinking
Ava
Ava.
Min. Yeah.
And she just played. She just crushed the role. Rosario Dawson. She just crushed the role on Mandalorian.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
So I really liked her before, but that was stupid. Yeah, I can't wait till her show comes
I
out.
was just about to say they leaking out. This is like the little nerd segment, but they leaked out the. I guess she's got her own spinoff. I think, right? I think it's her. If I'm not mistaken, that's coming out. But she bad. What's the
That's funny.
Who are you looking up?
that the lady from the Spider-Man cast?
Well, he's still on there. I don't know who you talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Which one? There's so many Spider-Man.
It was I think it's the newest one that came out with the British kid,
The little, like he's a young
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland.
Tom Holland. Yeah. I can't remember the name.
The Spider-Verse one or the
Spider-Verse is my movie though.
Marissa Tomei.
Hard.
Marissa
Oh,
Tomei.
Marissa Tomei. Yeah.
Marissa Tomei. She like low key like one of those like older like cougars that I'd be like, yeah.
What was she on back in the day though?
My cousin Vinny. My biological clock is ticking here. That's her. Yeah, she won an Oscar for that. She was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She low key for older women. She low key kind of cute.
She like an Oprah range.
Nah. That's like we start talking that. I don't even know if I have it.
Okay. Oprah, Betty White, Martha Stewart.
Martha Stewart.
I'm taking Martha Stewart off just off of the G principle. Like,
Nah, I'm
Nah,
going Oprah.
I'm joking.
I'll stay
I
with
can't, bro. I
Oprah.
can't
I'll
stay
stay with
with
the
her.
home team if that's the choice. I need somebody to be able to do my hair.
You don't think Martha Stewart's doing
No,
Snoop's hair? You don't
no.
think she's touching Snoop's
No,
hair?
she touching him, not his hair.
Snoop tied that too.
Yeah.
Hey, one thing I say though, at least you know she'll take
got
it.
his
She'll
Clarence
take
Carter
one
on.
for the team, bro. She'll serve her time. She took it like a champ.
Those are my options. I'm Harpo all the way.
Man.
What was the choices? Betty White?
Betty White. Martha.
Betty White's a national treasure. Don't say anything bad about her, but she's in her 90s.
She dead.
No, she's still alive. She's in her 90s. So, we're not. Betty White, that's not even funny.
She alive.
She's
Yes.
dead.
Wow.
Okay. But Martha Stewart and Oprah? Man, why you gotta do me like that?
You got, yeah, that's tough. Cicely Tyson.
She bad though.
Yeah, I know.
She's
She's like 91.
Yeah.
Is she
She's
that
still
old?
fine.
She's
Yeah.
Damn, I don't know who that is though. It's okay.
I don't know who Cicely Tyson is.
Cicely Tyson back in the day.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Now we gotta go figure out how to find a girlfriend for Chad with this criteria.
I mean, his spectrum is so ridiculous. We got us like Build-A-Bear.
I'm
We gotta
picky
put
though.
a chick together.
I'm picky.
Huh?
She gotta have Oprah bank account.
You're picky. Now you're gonna tell me you're picky after all that.
You gotta think about what I said. Each one of them got like something I like.
I told you, build it, baby.
They do. Each one.
Build a thought.
Oprah got the business mind I like. Cardi's ratchet like I like. Rosie Perez is feisty as shit, and she can dance and cook that plantain. You know what I'm saying? Like each one brings something to the table.
This man said she cooks the flour.
What about Mariah? She can't
She
sing no
used
more.
to sing.
No,
She
you
used
can't
to
do
cook.
what she used to do.
Bro, I don't even think that girl knows how to cook, clean, do anything. I don't think she does anything.
Nothing.
Man, she got.
I ain't gonna say all that. She got kids. She probably know how to do something.
Man, you talking about Mariah Carey, bro.
She fine as shit.
Yeah.
She got maids, servants,
That's
cooks,
fine.
everything else. She don't know how to do nothing. I put my little measly dollars up and say that woman does not know how to do anything.
She doesn't know how to change.
I don't even think she know how to open her own door.
No, I don't believe that.
She had Nick Cannon to take care of those kids. Nick did it all.
I
Maybe.
believe that.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I believe
I
that.
ain't even gonna hate because I would have done that shit too. I'm like, you need me to do what?
Yes, Mariah Carey, bro.
Okay. All right. So we need a girl who can sing, has
Ratchet.
money, but she's ratchet and she can cook plantains. That's what we gotta find.
In
Her
Scottsdale.
own money.
Good
yeah,
luck.
yeah. In Scottsdale?
Her own
That
money.
ain't happening.
Why gotta be her own money?
Like not from like an ex-husband.
What about
or-
if daddy's rich?
Nah, she gotta come on her own. Like she had made it on her own.
All right.
Yeah, good luck, Freddie B.
All right.
With that.
I mean, it could be daddy's
Eliminate.
money, as long as it ain't all like, you know what I'm saying, like some trust fund type.
Yeah.
I know some wealthy people out here, and they don't know how to make money at all. Like they got millions, right? But then if something happens to a million because they mess it up, they short.
Okay.
Yeah, you can judge me with my.
I ain't judging you. You just stick with
I'm
your
writing notes. I don't know
Taking
what I'm
off.
doing.
He about to build a bear for you.
I came in at the back end of the conversation.
It's all
Old
good.
late ass.
Yeah, hey, man, that's what happens when you got kids, man. Shit.
One on the way.
That's the life.
He said,
One on the way.
Who, you? Congratulations,
Not
man.
today.
Congratulations, brother.
Anyway, beautiful people, we out of here. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Y'all Want to Talk About It. Dino, Barber Extraordinaire, Chad's in the building, Freddie B. We out of here. Peace, love, and fire ants.